So we have two great guests, like you said, Peter. We have Glenn, who's been here, I don't know how many times, 7, 8, 9, maybe, somewhere in there, and we enjoy when he comes on. And we also have another guest, someone that is got a presence on the internet, on YouTube. Her name is Julie Anderson, and I'm just going to welcome Julie Anderson. Oh, by the way, before I do that, I just want to say that the lack of retail sales is what is the definition of an illegal pyramid. It's nothing else other than that. That's an illegal pyramid. If you have retail sales, you are not an illegal pyramid. You may have other issues, but you're not an illegal pyramid. And the level of retail sales, there's no law that defines it, but the FTC, when they've settled with Herbalife and Vima, it's generally at that 50% mark. In other words, theoretically, if every household sold as much to customers as they consume in their own household, then you would have a legitimate MLM. If it's less than 50%, and I think most MLMs are way less than 50%, like in the mid-single-digit percentages, then you have an illegal pyramid, and that is the definition. So I just want to get that out there, for people to understand, because they throw around that P word, pyramid, all the time, and they do not know what they're talking about. So anyway, without further ado, I just wanted to introduce Julie Anderson. And Julie, I understand you had some questions for me and maybe Peter, and I want you, because you have to leave at the bottom of the next hour, and I want you to get as much time in as you can. So welcome to the show, and go right ahead.
Well, thank you both for having me. Good evening, gentlemen, and congratulations on just going over 8 years for this radio show. That's quite the achievement. And I've been experiencing some problems, like it keeps kicking me out. So if I blank out, I just keep signing back in. So just bear with me if that happens. And I want to just say I'm one of the people that you would consider stupid or like intellectually dishonest, because I am staunchly anti-MLM. However, I do believe in having civil discourse and having like a mutual respect for people. I also disagree with your definition of a pyramid scheme. But I do believe there is value in having these conversations, especially in terms of Amway, because there are not a lot of stories out there about Amway, and your story can help so many people. So this is what I'd really like to dig into. And if there's anything that is making you, I don't know, like uncomfortable, or you just like to pass over, just let me know, and then we can just talk about something else. So what I would really like to know is what was your process?
Can I interrupt for 1 second, Julie? Hey,
yeah,
Julie,
absolutely.
Can I interrupt for 1 second? I didn't know who you were before Scott and Glenn introduced you. So I bet you there's a bunch of people that don't know who you are. So can you give us your little commercial plug first so people can find you and stuff like that, and then you can go through these questions for Scott?
Sure. I was in multi-level marketing for 5 years with a company called Mon8, and also with a coaching cult called Rank Makers run by Ray Higdon. I'm very vocal in speaking out against both. You can find me, my largest presence is on TikTok. I've got over 200,000 followers there. And then I started to branch out speaking on YouTube, because it was, I was able to get out more of my story and connect with more people, helping them exit, Rank Makers particularly. And I also, now in my life after MLM, I am a community disability services worker, which is what I'm going to be going to work at tonight. So that's a little bit about me.
Perfect, thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
I know people that are looking, you can find her on YouTube if you go to Julie Anderson, or you look for Julie Anderson. And I think, Glenn, I think your YouTube channel, well, I know your YouTube channel is called MLM is Fraud.
Correct.
So if you're looking around, you'll be able to find those. So I like to mention that for those people that might be listening in who don't really know who you guys are. So thank you very much for the quick introduction. And by the way, just as a matter of curiosity, what is it that you do on your full-time job now? Because that's a title that lots of people can make their